I have two questions for you. One, if the researchers found a cure for cancer, how many organizations and how many employees would be out of a job? The second question is, if you knew a piece of meat had cancer in it, would you eat it? These are just food for thought for today. This recipe is really easy, it goes really fast, and it's delicious. What you will need is a loaf of my bread, the olive bread, delicious olive bread. We have the video for that. You need one recipe of my mock mayonnaise. You need some raw walnuts, some salt cured pitted black olives, or you can use the green ones, and one of your favorite vegetables. Today I'm using celery, but you can use bell peppers or radishes or there's a wide variety of things you can use. Right now I can't remember, I'm drawing a blank on that. But celery is a really good one. It adds really nice crunch and it's very nutritious. Now I'm going to make this for one person, myself. So I only need about, at the most, maybe half a stalk of celery. And you want to finely chop it. Actually, probably about a third of the stalk would be sufficient. You just want 1 or 2 tablespoons at the most. And this is the raw walnuts. One thing I like about walnuts is they are really packed full of all kinds of nutrition. In fact, they are full of omega-3 and omega-6 fats, which are good for keeping your emotions under control. They're good for depression. They also improve your heart function. And they also have calcium, iron, phosphorus, magnesium, copper, and manganese. That's about enough right there. And then probably about 3 or 4 olives. I'm going to use 4 of them. And you just want to slice them. If you can find a small can of pre-sliced ones, that's good. It can be really hard to find the ones without the ferrous gluconate in them, and you don't want the ferrous gluconate. So just a few of those. I've had this recipe so long I can't remember where it came from for sure. It's an adaptation of one that was in a cookbook. The original one called for regular mayonnaise. And then you just want to mix it up. Looks like maybe I could use a little bit more, so I'm going to put in a few more olives. Olives are really good for your digestion. They're very soothing to the digestive system, and they're so good for you that it wouldn't hurt at all. In fact, it'd be very beneficial to eat them at every meal. I'm going to put a little more celery in this. This is a great recipe for putting in your lunch for work. Eat it at noontime. Olives also have lots of iron and copper in them, as well as omega-6. The pine nuts in the mayonnaise are full of omega-6, zinc, niacin, vitamin E. And my dad said that they're really good for improving your memory. So he used to eat a lot of them because he always worried about his memory. Because he always ate foods that were good for his memory, he always seemed to have one better than mine. Even in his 80s, he had a good memory. This recipe works really good with bell pepper. It gives it a beautiful color. There you are. Now, while you ponder those questions, I'm going to have lunch. Bye. Now, I know there are some carbs in this, but don't worry. These are complex carbohydrates. It's the simple ones that we should avoid, not the complex carbohydrates. This whole grain bread will help you lose weight.